Hey Todd, hey man, my name's Jamie Lambert, and I appreciate you giving me your email. And in this video, basically, I'm going to show you three things that you can start doing today that will help you start renting more dumpsters. Why in the heck would I do this? Honestly, I'm an idiot. To give this stuff away for free, but I know most dumpster rental companies are too busy running the day to day to worry about how Google searches can increase their dumpster rentals. And sometimes the only hesitation on hiring somebody is they don't know who the expert is and who isn't. So I found that by giving dumpster rental companies a free and easy attack plan of actual things that they can do today to start increasing their dumpster rentals have resulted in some of those companies seeing the value that I bring to the table and want more info or even a customized SEO strategy from me. So if at the end of this video you can see the value that I can bring to the table and increase your dumpster rentals, I'll have a link in the email to schedule a call for a more detailed look in your business. Or you can simply take action yourself with this free attack plan. And I know you said you got a marketing guy, and that works for me too. So Todd, basically let's take a look at your website. It looks great. Nice photos, call to action, order forms. Everything looks good. You got a promotion on it. But the $1 million question, is it moving as many dumpsters as it can for you? So and then that's kind of what we're kind of what I'm doing with these. So we use a tool, a paid tool that we pay a couple $100 a month for, called Aris, and you can see when it pulls up here that you're actually doing pretty well. You've got buyer intent keywords, 499 of them, which is fantastic, and you got 374 visits a month, that you're getting. And it looks like you are paying for some ads, but not a bunch. So if we click on these buyer intent keywords that Google is recognizing your website for, you can see where the majority of your traffic is coming in. Dumpster rental is kind of a national search that you're in the fourth spot, and you're getting 52 hits a month from that. The $175 dumpster rental, you're one on that, and you're getting 57 of the 150. And the thing that I'm going to just break down in this video is this dumpster rental Dayton search, where it's got a 400 monthly search volume, and I can pull it up here in Aris. But it's got basically a 600, and and you scroll down here, and you can see you're sitting right here in the seventh spot. So and you're only getting a handful of you're getting at 36, so you're getting about 10% of the traffic from the search volume. So if we take a look at Google, how Google looks when you pull that up, and the first thing that you normally see is the Google ads. And honestly, man, most clients will pass these by. And if these aren't handled properly, you could waste a lot of money. If your website's not converting. But then the next thing you'll see is the Google Map Pack, and the big three, however you want to call it. But this area right here is where 40% of the call clicks come from. So citations is a valuable asset, to make this possible. And I'll touch on this later. But as you can see, I think you're showing up right there. So you're showing up about seventh for that. And as as you can tell, you could use a little bit of moving up right there. So it's very vital, to leverage yourself in that, in that top three. And then you have the organic search here, which is where 60% of these clicks are coming from. And content with buyer intent keywords focusing on that search and backlinks are the main ingredients to dominate that area. And as you can see, dumpster today and waste management, are kind of dominating that search. So if we go in and take a look at, waste management here on that same search, you can see that they're getting about 80 searches hits a month on that search, which is showing them, on this, it's showing them in the third position, where actually they're in the second position. So that one spot usually gets about 40% of the search, So those numbers are, are beefed up a little bit. So again, from jumping from here to there, is probably another, 40 or 50, hits per month, that you could grab. So just by implementing some buyer intent, some content with some buyer intent keywords, focusing on the higher volume, the higher search volume, and then grabbing some powerful citations and copying and dominating the competition's backlinks, will get your site slid up a little more and get you up into that, into that area where you're dominating the search, rather than just kind of hanging around the middle page. So it's not about waste management, being smarter. It's just leveraging the 3 core pillars that the Google robots look at. And again, it's content, citations, and backlinks. So you're thinking a guy promised a solution to all this for free, and I did. And, again, my business name is .com Digital Real Estate, and I chose that name for a reason. Your online presence is a valuable piece of digital real estate, and it is a very vital property that can take your business to where you dream of. And again, going from the mid top page to the top of the page, you're talking a good, a good 30 or 40% increase in your phone calls. So, again, the first thing is content is king, and it's basically Google wants your site to be filled with buyer intent keywords that people are searching for. They want at least 1,500 words worth of content on your homepage, and they want it filled with wording that tells them what you do and where you do it. Just like your dumpsters, trucks, and employees show the public what you do, you have to show what you have and what you do to Google, and you have to do it more powerful than waste management. Number 2, citations. What information do you print on your dumpsters, trucks, and banners? Name, address, phone number. That's basically an online citation. And your NAP listed on online directories like Yahoo, local pages, Hot Frog, and so on. But, getting into that top 3, the citations or the Google Business Profile depends on citations a ton. So normally, it takes about 150 of them to get to 1 in the dumpster rental searches. So what we always do is we just make sure you got 150, and then we'll go grab another 50 or 100 just to make sure you dominate your competition. And also some citations are more valuable than others. So you'll see a dramatic difference in your calls per month from your GBP. And then last and certainly not least is your backlinks, and you love referrals from your customers, correct? Well, that's what backlinks essentially are. It's a referral from another site to yours. All backlinks are not created equal. Google likes quality over quantity and relevance to the dumpster rental business. So, it's just like a referral from a contractor blog page. It would be very valuable for you. One from Pizza Hut, not so much, because you're not delivering pizzas. So we would copy your competition's powerful backlinks and then go get another 50 to make sure that you're dominating them here as well. Again, the reason for this video is I just wanted to show you what's out there for you to increase your dumpster rentals. I didn't want to just tell you and you take my word for it like other marketing companies do. I want to take your online property and dominate your area. So if you found this video valuable for your business and you would like to talk more about getting to number 1 all over Google, click the link in the email to schedule a deeper dive into your business. I want to get to know what you want with your business, so we can figure a custom strategy just for you. No obligation, just see if we fit together and add more value. I appreciate your time watching this video. Look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day, Todd.